All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of TikTok Shop Insiders podcast. You have your host, me, Ivan, and Pat with us today. Hey, Pat, how's it going, man?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All right, let's get into it. A little bit of a summary of this podcast. First, we're going to start with some news, the Affiliate Accelerator program. We're going to talk about the different resources of knowledge that me and Pat have been downloading all of our TikTok shop information from, and some extremely weird things and unexpected things that you would be seeing in the TikTok shop space, as well as more strategy. One request that we had was for us to go over some of the strategy. There's a lot of content out there that talks about setting up and, kind of simple things, but not a lot of in-depth strategy. So we're going to go into that, specifically some pricing strategy and shipping pricing, etc. And then some frequently asked questions that we got from our clients, as well as some of our listeners. So yeah, we'll start off with the Affiliate Accelerator program. Pat, have you heard about it, right? Or what have you heard about that?
Yeah, I mean, we saw it come through for one of the affiliate partners that we work with. She got invited to the Accelerator program. I believe this is a program that was, started late last year, was on hiatus for a bit, from what I can tell. But TikTok has brought it back and sent out information this past week regarding the program. Basically, what it is it's incentivizing affiliates to create content based around a $100 coupon that they're sending out to the affiliates, and then they're creating specific tasks for them to complete for cash prizes or additional sample coupons.
I heard that, and some of the other things I heard from our affiliate partner was most of the people, the affiliates in the program, had 10,000 and up followers. So it's not just for kind of entry level creators; it's kind of for more experienced creators. As well as some of the feedback we got was that they're not exactly receiving better placements or boosting any of their posts. It's kind of just regular engagement and sharing of posts and views. So nothing special there, but really just to, I think, make something special in the affiliate world regarding some of these, just making more videos, making more quality videos. Something we did notice was they would give a prize per se, more exposure for you as a creator, featuring you on TikTok Shop on their TikTok accounts, as well as a Discord community. So the people within this Affiliate Accelerator program will be in a Discord. They'll be able to talk to each other. They'll be able to ask TikTok Shop some questions. And so, yeah, pretty cool there. Another thing they'll be getting, which is really cool, is a beauty box for the best performers. So as you kind of climb the ranks, you get those great sales, you'll get rewarded with some beauty box from TikTok. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, an interesting viewpoint from our side, we work with both the affiliate side and the brand side, is how do brands become a part of this program, right? I'm not sure. I know my wife is in the affiliate, doing affiliate stuff, so she gets these sample coupons all the time, but it's limited to a certain select products. Sometimes the products are great. Most of the times the products are whatever. But from an interesting standpoint for like a brand that we want to work with, how do they get involved in this, a program like the Affiliate Accelerator program to be a part of it and get additional like exposure to affiliates, right? And so that's something we're still digging into to figure out.
Look into. For sure. One of the other items that kind of someone's asked me is, TikTok Shop is so new. Where are you guys getting your information? And I thought it'd be really cool to kind of note all the different areas that I'm kind of active in and where I'm consuming my information. So I've compiled it, and I'm in 31 different Facebook groups. This is not including UGC creator groups. This is just TikTok Shop. And why there's so many is because, well, I'm in all the US ones, but I don't know if you know, or most people maybe don't, but TikTok Shop has been around in Asia, UK, etc., for over a year now. And it's pretty much developed. And, I'm in all those groups. So Philippines, Vietnam, UK, those are all kind of matured TikTok Shop groups. And, US is only a couple months old. So being in those groups, you kind of get a little bit of a head start, a little bit more knowledge because they're more experienced.
Yeah, You had a crazy stat about something happening in the Philippines, right, regarding their version of Amazon. And
Yeah, exactly. So I'm Filipino, and I was talking to my family back home, and TikTok Shop is about a year and a half old over there, and I was just asking them, like, Lazada, which is the equivalent of Amazon over there, like, how much of shopping do you do on Lazada versus TikTok Shop before and after? And they're saying, obviously Lazada is about 80% of where they shopped, right? And since TikTok Shop has come around, and a year and a half later, they're saying it's more 50-50, which is crazy. So imagine a year and a half from now if you substituted 50% of your shopping from Amazon to TikTok Shop. That's insane, right? So that's a big reason of why we're on this podcast. We created this entity, TikTok Shop Insiders, because we see that potential, we see that kind of growth here in the United States. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Some other areas that I'm in 9 different Discords. Mostly those are in the dropshipping area. We can go into dropshipping later, but essentially it's just, these guys create a TikTok shop. They purchase their items from abroad or on Amazon, and they sell it for a higher amount on TikTok Shop. And so that's kind of their business model. I'm in 3 different Reddits, 2 different school groups, SKOOL, 3 different WhatsApp groups, 2 Facebook messaging groups. I'm always on Twitter, LinkedIn. I've paid for 10 different courses, mostly on the affiliate side. Just kind of learning how to be an affiliate, and kind of countless YouTubes on, I'll do a search for TikTok Shop and just watch those videos.
If there's one thing I learned about you over the last couple of years of partnering together, from the Amazon side to this, anytime you're excited about something, you dive like full on head in and like absorb as much information as possible, which is something like I aspire to do. I can't do it, but it doesn't work. Like, I can't be part of 9 Discord channels. I'm part of the Facebook groups and get pretty good information from there. I'm browsing the Reddits and LinkedIn, but like the amount of stuff that you've been absorbing is insane to me. Like, I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like a task for me. I don't watch Netflix or like sports. I used to back in the day, but like you said, when something consumes me, that stuff kind of goes out the window. And this is my entertainment in a way. So definitely kind of unique in that way. I just kind of want to master things as I learn about them. So
that's dope.
So up next, we kind of want to go into strategy and get more granular and in depth, right? Majority of the stuff out there, it's like create your TikTok shop, find affiliates, create a commission that works for everybody. And that's kind of like surface level. Something we want to bring in this podcast is a little bit more depth, and what are the tactics that really make a difference or have made a difference. And one thing I want to bring up today is pricing strategy and promotions, and how do those affect sales, right? Some of the things is like a strike through price. How do you, in a way, manipulate your pricing so that it has a better conversion rate? Some strategies that we've seen is, you have your listing, you have a full MSRP of, let's say, $40. And, if you manipulate it by raising it to $50 and then adding a strike through price / sale to $40, that's naturally going to convert. Anyone's going to buy that more, right? So make sure that you're implementing this in your strategy, in your pricing for your catalog.
These are all strategies that have been tried and true with Amazon, right? Like that we've seen over the past couple of years that we've tested on Amazon. And so it makes sense that it's going to work on TikTok Shop as well.
Yeah, another one. So there's a simple strike through price, but another one that we have on TikTok Shop is the flash sale. I think it's 72 hours, 48 hours, and you set it and it automatically will have a little red banner, which sticks out like a sore thumb. And that's obviously going to get better conversion rates on your products. The caveat with that is you have to change the date in those 48 to 72 hour increments, right? So, after 24 hours, you can change it and move it along the line, but it'll expire eventually and you can't keep it on. But who's to say that every 3 days you just change the date and have a flash sale forever, which is something that's pretty cool. And I know it converts well from what we're seeing.
Yeah, it might be just because that TikTok content is so fleeting, almost like you don't remember that this product was on a flash sale a week ago, right? Like you might, but there's so many products that you filter through that a flash sale does stick out, and you think it's, it creates that sense of urgency that you don't really necessarily have on like a platform like Amazon, other than their lightning deals, which are hard to merchandise on the product detail page. But I think that's unique to TikTok Shop, this flash sale, and it's kind of like pushing that impulse buy culture that TikTok Shop kind of creates, right?
Yeah, something that this flash sale or this price manipulation kind of reminds me of is Amazon 10 years ago or 8 years ago, where it was kind of the wild, wild west, and you were very, your strategies can, there was review groups where you would just send your product out to, people in a group, and they'll give you 5-star reviews. And obviously over time that turned into a bad thing. But, while it's being allowed on TikTok Shop, why not take advantage of it? And it's, a little bit of the wild, wild west. And, how do you get a step up? And this is a way of getting a step up from your competition. Another strategy in this atmosphere is I'm sure everyone has asked this, because I have a million times, but how are these people selling things for $1 and getting away with it? It's like, why is this, hand warmer $1? And there's no way that they can make money off of it. Something we've noticed is, it's low price with a higher shipping. I don't know if you've seen those low prices, but they're going to have typically a higher shipping, and kind of combined, you're going to get a relatively competitive product. So what are your thoughts on like that low price with higher shipping?
I mean, I've seen it enough that it must be working. Maybe it's just people aren't paying attention to the shipping price as much as they would on Amazon. Like, you're getting free shipping on Amazon. So anytime you don't see free shipping, it stands out. But on TikTok Shop, it's almost the opposite. Like, you don't see free shipping as frequently as you do with Shop. You see that price point first, and maybe that's what's working for people to convert and impulse buy.
Shipping is like an afterthought,
right?
After you've been buying on Amazon, but also TikTok has been subsidizing shipping, right, and kind of making it free for the customer, and they maybe not paying attention to that as well. So that's interesting. So yeah, talking about these, high level strategies, Pat and I have been talking, and after talking with other sellers, like we were talking about before, a lot of the content out there is very entry level or kind of beginner, but there are some people out there who want to talk about these, next level strategies. And, we're going to create a group of high level TikTok Shop sellers on, what's the best practices, what are some strategies that are working for you, talking about these exact same things. So if you're interested, let us know. Best way is to go to TikTokShopInsider.com, and there's kind of contact us there, or on the socials, TikTok Shop Insider. You'll find us everywhere on Twitter, Instagram, as well as TikTok, etc. So yeah, I'd love to kind of get that group going, and so we can have these high level conversations. All right. Next up is talking about weird things. After going through my 50 or so Discords and 50 or so Facebook groups, there's a lot of like kind of strange things that pop out, which not a lot of people might not know about. And one I want to start with bots, and it's getting more and more prevalent throughout the space, but essentially bots in the affiliate space. As a seller, you want to reach out to as many affiliates as possible. There's things out there called bots, or kind of more technical is like a script that runs, and essentially what that does is it automates your messaging to affiliates. You can send, instead of manually sending out 100, 200 a day, you can use this bot to send out 4,000, 5,000 messages a day, which is why these affiliates are getting thousands and thousands of messages in their inbox, and it gets more messy. So there's lots of different bots that I've heard of. One, super simple, just the same message getting spammed out to 4,000 people a day. There's some that work in filters, like what are some of the top 10,000, or like if you have a GMV of over 10,000, you can filter that way, or views, etc. What are some of the things that you've seen in the bot space, Pat?
Yeah, I mean, from the affiliate side, my wife's inbox is definitely full of these messages. It's sometimes frustrating, and which is why we're helping guiding brands, like doing mass messaging in a better way that they can still engage with affiliates. But the frustration that she's seeing is basically she gets a bot message, right? Like saying, hey, we want to work with you. We want to send you a sample. She requests a sample, and then they say, oh, we're not accepting sample requests anymore, right? And so that's the downside of it. But obviously the upside is you're going to, as a brand, you can get, the number of affiliates that you need to promote your product. But on the affiliate side, it can be frustrating.
Right. Yeah. So bots is something out there that's going to continue to evolve as like the marketplace evolves. But if you haven't, seen it, and, if it's something you want to talk about more, let us know. We'll talk about it in future episodes.
Right.
There's another thing that I've noticed about buying US TikTok shop accounts. So if you're not aware, you can only sell on US TikTok shop if you have created and or have a US entity, for tax purposes, etc. So only US people can sell to US TikTok shop accounts. Well, there's a huge market for overseas people that want to sell on US TikTok shop, right? And there's essentially a black market for people buying US TikTok shop accounts for people to sell from overseas. So I found that extremely kind of crazy. People going to wild lengths to kind of sell over here. So if you're over here in the United States, that's an advantage for us.
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to that topic that we talked about earlier, that TikTok shop in like the Philippines is blown up so much, right?
Right.
And the people that are in those markets are expecting the same thing to happen in the US, which is why they're clamoring to get these US accounts, because they know that wave is coming, or it's already started, right? And so they're trying to jump on the train now. So I mean, being in the US, you have an advantage right now. So if you're not on TikTok shop yet, you need to be, right? That's what this is telling me.
Yeah, definitely. And everyone knows the US kind of economy, the US buying power is just maybe number one, number two in the world. So it's definitely essential to get out there sooner than later. Right. Along those terms, as well as, getting on TikTok shop sooner or later, your wife, who's an affiliate, was actually telling me that one of the key factors that she looks for when promoting a product is how many purchases the product has had, how many sales the product has had, right? And that is a social proof data point, right? The more products, the better the product's going to be, right? The more products sold, the better it's going to be. So that just comes as we talk to potential clients, like getting on TikTok shop sooner than later is of the utmost importance. Similarly to being on Amazon sooner than later, right? You get those reviews, it's you get onto page one, and then it's kind of like autopilot from there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy to think about, like get on there.
Having an established brand also helps you stand out too, because there's so many drop shippers in TikTok shop right now that you don't know what their supplies are going to be like, right? Like she typically will request a sample from a seller, get the sample, but by the time she gets it, they're out of stock or whatever it is, because they only have 100 or so units that they're able to drop ship at a time. So having an established brand with inventory, you're at an advantage to stand out in people's inboxes to affiliates.
That's another point, inventory. As an affiliate, one thing that she was telling me as well, or maybe it was another affiliate, was that they look at the inventory numbers of a product that they want to promote, right? If it's lower inventory, they're gonna tend not to promote that product, right? Because they make a video, it goes viral, and then they're limited, right? To that viral is now in a way wasted. So that's another feature that brands need to focus on when looking at these affiliates.
Yep, for sure.
We're running up on time. We want to keep this close to like 20-30 minutes. We'll save the other topics for later. But we'll wrap it up there. Episode 2 of TikTok Shop Insiders. Again, you can reach us on TikTokShopInsiders.com. All the socials are there. Pat, any last words?
I mean, I'm getting used to putting our stuff on the internet, so I have to remind myself to like ask for comments. So having engagement with our audience. So if you guys want to comment questions that you want to know about TikTok Shop, feel free. So we can discuss these things and find out more information and share information that we already know. So feel free to comment about questions that you would want to know about TikTok Shop.
Awesome, man. All right. Well, that concludes it. We'll catch you next time.
All right. See ya.
Bye.